What's up, guys? Today I've got a different type of video than I've done before. I want to take you through my client Max's full transformation during the 25 to 6 method, show you step by step what I did with him, but there's going to be a lot of fire knowledge for you guys that you can implement in your own journeys. So take some notes and let's get into it. All right. So first, during the 25 to 6 method, you're going to transform your body in 180 days. Lose at least 10% of your body fat, pack on lean muscle, learn how to keep it, and without gaining the weight back or spending more than 4 hours in the gym or giving up your favorite foods. And this is Max's transformation. So as you can see, he was a former athlete, so he had a little bit of muscle built up, but he was over 25% body fat, abs not showing through, and he really wanted to lean out. So these pictures here are after the 150 days. I know I said 180, but his was only 150 days to do all this. Got his shredded six pack. I mean, he looks like a freak. But so he went from 239 to 182 pounds. He lost 57 pounds, achieved his ripped physique, and competed in a bodybuilding show where he got first in his class. Now, is this method for you? So, are you ready to transform? Are you looking to lose 25 to 40 pounds of fat and build muscle you keep forever? Have you tried everything and you still don't have the physique you want or your dream of being muscular with abs? Are you sick of feeling lost and need a simple, proven system that fits your lifestyle? This method is not for you if you want to stay stuck in your old ways, you can't commit the time, you're looking for the quick fixes, or you don't believe. Here's the truth no one tells you. You can absolutely get ripped without giving up your favorite foods. Eat I eat my favorite foods every day, and so does Max. And obviously you see the transformation he went through. And if you follow me, you've seen my transformation as well. So now most men fail because they don't understand proper nutrition, efficient training, or how to adopt the right mindset that makes this part of their lifestyle, not a quick fix. Meet your coach, Nick. For 6 years, I've coached men to get the body they've always wanted. I'm 5'10, 190, pretty lean. I'm extremely passionate about this lifestyle because it's the key to unlocking your highest potential. That's why I pour my all into my clients. And I'm very passionate about this because I went through this transformation. I took the couple years before I made the transformation of struggling, of being exactly where you're at right now, being exactly where Max was at. And I finally figured it out. And now I want to share my methods with everybody else. Now, why do traditional methods fail? The endless bulk cut cycles that just have you constantly yo-yo dieting, the extreme diets, the keto, the extreme fasting, the just completely over restricting of your meals or cutting out a food group, and the overtraining, spending hours in the gym and seeing no results. I knew that there had to be a better way, and that's why when I developed the 25 to 6 method, a system that produces full-blown transformations and not just a little bit of mild improvements like you see in these other methods. Now, Max's goals were clear. His goal was to shred off body fat, have a six pack, put on more muscle, and become a lot more aesthetic looking. He wanted to look like a natural bodybuilder and potentially compete, which he did compete and did very well. These were recurring themes that I've seen from men. They wanted abs, the definition, the size, but they wanted to maintain their current lifestyles. And that's when I crafted the perfect program. So again, going over Max's results, dropped 57 pounds in 150 days. He maintained his lifestyle, and we even gave him 2 cheat meals weekly. Now, the 25 to 6 method explained. So, with somebody that is higher body fat percentage, the first thing we want to do is lean them out. So, that's what I call the priming phase. And then after that, there's the ascension phase where your body's more sponge like because of the leaning out process that we did, and we essentially raise your calories up slightly, and your body just starts to put on muscle at a more rapid rate. And now, dear somebody that is already more on the skinny side than they are on the higher body fat side, you'd essentially just kind of start with the ascension phase. And I'll get into that a little bit later, like what I did with my client, Jared. Now, component one, there's really 3 things I want to focus on: the intensity in which you're training, the volume in which you're training, and then the exercise selection. Those all need to be dialed in to have the perfect program. Now, this was specific to Max, but this is typically what I use with people during the priming phase, is essentially a modified upper lower split. So you have your full upper day on day 1, day 2, legs and arms. And yes, arms can be hit back to back because the volume that I'm using per day is so low that a muscle group like your arms, which already can handle a lot higher volume, they're already going to be pretty well recovered by that day 2. Rest on day 3, and then chest, back, and arms. And then I wanted to get Max a little bit more direct work on his shoulders whenever his other upper body groups were not fatigued already. So I threw shoulders in with his leg day. So that's why I say it's a modified upper lower split. Now, large body parts, typically 3 to 4 exercises, small body parts, 2 to 3 exercises. Rep ranges 5 to 12. It depends on the exercise. Typically, if somebody is a intermediate to advanced lifter, I'm starting them on the lower end. I want them to be primarily everything between 5 and 8. But somebody that is a complete newbie, I want to make sure that they have their form down first. So that's where you can see some of that 10 to 12 come into play there. But we know that the last 5 reps the last 5 reps from failure is where the muscle growth actually is stimulated. So we want to keep everything as low as possible. So we're not doing reps that essentially don't contribute to that, and reps that are just causing extra fatigue. And component 2, the nutrition factor. So macros, we really just focused on Max's macros, his meal selection, single ingredient whole foods, and cheat meals twice weekly to stay sustainable, if I can talk, and enjoy life. Meal timing. So for his schedule, we did 5 meals per day just to keep his metabolism up, keep protein synthesis going, keep him full throughout the day. Obviously, with some people's schedules, that may have to be lower, maybe 3 meals per day, but it's very adaptable to the schedule. But ultimately, meal timing for 5 meals a day would be great. Max's starting macros. So started him with 215 grams of protein, 255 carbs, and 58 grams of fat. I structured a 5 meal program with clean foods perfectly integrated into a schedule, never hungry, rapidly losing body fat, and gaining definition. So his main protein sources were chicken, beef, fish, eggs, and whey isolate. Carbs, rice, potatoes, oatmeal, fruit, Ezekiel bread. I also added in some things like fiber wraps, just things like that, especially once the calories or the macros got a little bit lower, just so we could maintain a healthy amount of fiber in his diet. Fats, you have olive oil, avocado, peanut butter, almonds, and also, of course, the fats that he got from the eggs, the beef, the fish, things like that. Component three, recovery. So, this is definitely something that a lot of people undervalue, but when your sleep's on point, it just makes everything so much easier. So, Max was only sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night with poor quality, and this was preventing fat loss and muscle growth. The solution. So I had him stop eating an hour or two before bed. I didn't want his body going through digestion as he's trying to sleep. It definitely hurts your REM sleep a little bit. It doesn't allow you to get into a deeper sleep when your body is worried about trying to digest your food. And we tried to do no phone or bright light 1 hour before bed. Sometimes it became like 30 minutes. I know it's hard, especially if you're busy, you're working, you have people to reply to. So I know that can't always be perfect. Room temperature at night, like 66 to 68 degrees, just allow you to be more comfortable. And I had him journal before bed to clear his mind. It's definitely it's definitely an underappreciated thing as well. Just a lot of people that have those busy minds, or you have your busy schedule during the day. A lot of times when you're trying to go to bed and you can't fall asleep, it's because you haven't had time to sit with your thoughts. So what writing things down before bed does is just let you get all of those thoughts out. And you don't have to necessarily write with a pen and pad. You can do it in your notes and then just delete it each day and restart. However you want to do it, but just as long as you're able to get your thoughts off of your minds and allow you to actually relax. So the result, 6 to 7 quality hours, more energy, regulated appetite, and better metabolism. So the priming phase. For him, this was days 1 to 120. We found his maintenance macros for the first 2 weeks, locked in his training, nutrition, and mindset. Weeks 3 through 13 gradually adjust macros based on visual changes and weight decline. His final macros at the end of this phase was 200 grams of protein, 150 carbs, and 50 grams of fat. And body becomes hypersensitive, sponge like state. So his goal during this time, become as lean as possible, prime the metabolism, and prepare the ascension phase. And a lot of people think during the priming phase or during your cut that you can't add muscle on. And as we saw with Max's results, that's definitely not the case when your training is optimized. So the processes that I use for training allows you to continuously put on more mass even whenever you are eating a lot less. Now, the ascension phase. So this isn't the case for most people. Normally, if you can train 4 days a week, we keep it at 4 days a week. Max Max graduated school during this time, so he felt that he had an extra day to add in. So his split was legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs again, and then upper. So heavier weight, we felt more comfortable with his form and everything. So everything was pretty much in the 4 to 8 range. A lot of his main movements were 4 or 5 to 6 or 7, and then his isolated movements were around like a 6 to 8. We increased his macros: 200 grams of protein, 270 carbs, 75 grams of fat. And some days on his cheat days or when we gave him refeeds, we're up to 450 grams of carbs. The result, his body transformed into a fuller, leaner, more muscular frame. And strategic adjustments create rapid growth. So When we first started to implement the higher calories, he even leaned out a little bit more and looked so much more full, um, because of that sponge like state that he was in. His body filled out, got leaner. It was great. The power of the method. So, being skinny fat or out of shape is one of the worst feelings a man can experience. When Max got shredded, he only improved. The results were so worth it. Having abs, getting compliments, he never wanted to stop. And this is something people don't talk about. It's truly life changing. Like, you get treated as a different person when you are lean, when you are shredded. When you're at the beach with your friends, pool with your friends, whatever, you take your shirt off, you get treated different. I can't tell you too, like even just at the gym, the amount of conversations that have started because somebody comes up to me and they're like, dude, you're so lean, you look great. And then they want to ask you questions. You can make friends this way, connections this way, because a lot of times it's the older men who, maybe have more money, have successful careers, and they come up to you talking to you, and then you can make great connections that way. So the goal is to use the 25 to 6 method to supplement your life, never take away from it. It becomes the base men need to finally get in shape and stay in shape for good. So these are more success stories. This is Jared, Sal, Owen, and Lawrence. So I mean, this just goes to show you more that the 25 to 6 method, it works. When executed properly with intention and understanding, the results are simply unlike any other method. So I know I talked about how if you are starting more skinny, then we're pretty much just going to be doing mostly the ascension phase with like a little bit of a priming phase at the beginning to still kind of get that same effect. And that's what we did with Jared here. He definitely was more on the skinny fat side than just being a little overweight. So he was primarily in that ascension phase and still, as you can see, leaned out, got more abs, chest is so much bigger. Sal, his transformation was great. He lost like 80, 85 pounds. It was crazy. Um, Owen's story is crazy. He had only been lifting for 9 months and he won his show or won his class in his show. It was pretty crazy. Lawrence, same thing. He had been lifting a little bit longer. I mean, you can see he already had good proportions and everything, but I mean, just took him to a whole nother level with his mass, with his conditioning, and yeah, that was a great transformation as well. So your transformation starts now if you want to lose 10 at least 10% body fat in 100 days or less. Strip away unnecessary fat and rebuild a full muscular frame. Keep your results forever. No more yo-yo dieting or gaining weight back. Live your life, enjoy your favorite foods, and spend only 4 hours per week in the gym. The 25 to 6 method is my gift to you, proven system to finally end the struggle of attaining a kick-ass physique and keeping it. So that's the 25 to 6 method. As you can see, completely work. If you're ready to take your physique to the next level and do the 25 to 6 method, then go ahead and I'll leave my calendar link down below in the description. Go ahead and book a call and let's see if it's the right fit for you. If anything, if it's not the right fit for you, I will at least point you in the direction of where you need to go or who might be a good fit for you. So, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you on a call soon.